sunshine, sunshine, lollipops and rainbows. And I've had a haircut. I had my haircut. I no longer have the great big hulking bob that I now have a shorter pixie bob instead. I have a better haircut. So yeah, I no longer have the stupid hair. We had a haircut. Yay. And yeah, I'm streaming off my phone again. I was supposed to stream on Monday. And then I was supposed to stream today in the morning. And Monday got away from me. Dog went to the groomers and rolling crap. Gotta love him. Took him to the groomers. 20 minutes later, rolling in crap. Fox crap as well. So I had to bring him home and scrub him down after he'd been groomed. Bloody dog. So yeah, Monday got away from me. Tuesday in bed, ill. Monday got away from me. As this dog went for a groom, then came back and rolled in poop. Today, too ill to do much of anything. What do? You know, I'm supposed to be streaming daily, and we've got us set up in the dining room now, and I'm too ill. I mean, I did go and have my haircut yesterday. So I went and had my haircut yesterday, and the dog got groomed on Monday. So, you know, I can kind of understand those days getting away from me. But today, no frigging excuse. I could have just got out of bed. But we're wondering if it's my thyroid, or if it's my fibro, or if it's my EDS. We're trying to figure out what's causing me not to be able to get up to stream properly, because I want to be playing games and chatting rather than just chatting, and I don't really want to be doing it just on my phone all the time. But I think I'm going to have to go back to my GPs and say, look, there's something going off here. We don't know if it's hormonal with my thyroid. We don't know. However, my diet this week's been really good. I've been proper on plan this week. So if I don't bloody lose some weight this week from Slimming World, I'm going to be devastated. Because I have been absolutely on it. And I mean on it. There has been absolutely nothing that I have done bad. I have ended every day this week less than 5 sins. And I can have 5 to 20 sins. So I've been on it. Let's hope it shows on those scales, because I've been having such minuscule weight losses. And again, I don't know if that's my thyroid, which is why I'm kind of going, I think I need to go back to the GP. So yeah, streaming properly was supposed to happen Monday, was supposed to happen today, and was supposed to happen on Friday. So my aim now is to make sure I get to do some proper streaming on Friday, and to get on the computer and to play probably Tropico or something. There's loads and loads and loads of like games on there that I want to play, and get myself sorted out, and finally kind of, you know, get myself into a position where I am streaming regularly, so that I'm not all over the place, because I find it annoying. It annoys myself, because I want to be doing this and I can't. And it just proves the point Leo's been saying for years, that I can't have a proper job because I'm so inconsistent with my health. It goes up and down and back and forth. And some days I'm like perfectly fine and running around and taking the dog for walks, and I'm like, yay! And then the next day I can't get up and I can't walk. And I have 3 days in bed. But it's not just been 3 days in bed this week. It's been nearly 2 weeks now where I have been sleeping, I would say, 16 hours or more a day. And I can't get up and I'm struggling. And that's an indication to me that there's more wrong. My bet is thyroid. But it could be my fibro fog. It could be it's horrible when you have three illnesses that consistently play up against each other. And my weight's not helping, as I've said before, my weight does not help. But losing weight is so difficult with a thyroid issue. People think it's an excuse. It's not. But it is at the same time, because it's not in the sense of it does cause weight gain, and it does cause it make it very difficult to lose weight. You won't, like, you could eat nothing but salad for a month and you'll lose the weight, but you won't lose the weight that somebody without the thyroid would lose, if you know what I mean. So, like, I have to fight for every half a pound or pound weight loss, whereas somebody without the thyroid issue would just go off them. And the thyroid causes a lot of kind of fatigue and mental blockages and things like that. And then you've got fibromyalgia on the top of it, which is like the worst kind of pains. And like, the only way I can put it is like my whole body feels like it's had a really bad cramping session. And afterwards, you know, that throbbing kind of long term that you get after a cramp. You know what I mean? When you had a bad cramp and you rub it better, and then afterwards it feels sore and throbby, but it doesn't feel like the cramp itself. My whole body feels like that constantly. And I can walk sometimes down the street and I can like feel, it feels like somebody's putting fiery pins up my feet and things like that. It's consistently painful. The one I'm getting quite a lot at the moment is my fingers are doing this weird thing where I am holding something, like I'll be walking the dog or something, and then all of a sudden I get a shooting pain on the tendon of my fingers. Now that could be my fibro, but it could also be my EDS. And that's the other one you add to the equation. You add EDS onto the equation and you kind of go, because everything rips and tears and my tendons pull and, you know, things dislocate and I end up in walking boots and things like that, and with bad fingers and having to pop fingers back into socket, and that causes aching and that causes fatigue. So I've got three things that cause fatigue. And I'm like, how do you boost this? How do you get rid of... I am on medication up to the eyeballs. I am taking supplements up to the eyeballs. I'm taking lots of vitamin D. I'm taking all sorts of stuff to try and like help my body. I'm taking ashwagandha to try and help my thyroid. I'm eating healthily to try and... I've now cutting out even the sugars that are sweetness. I'm trying to cut those down. Because I noticed I was drinking a lot of lemonade, which is not good, but it was diet lemonade, but it's still not good for your bacteria in your gut. So I'm trying to cut that down, and I've been trying to drink water, or, you know what I mean, things that are actually not got any sugars or anything in them. Peppermint tea, you know, that kind of thing. I'm really, really focused on getting myself well and getting myself into a routine and consistent. And that's what I'm focused on. And it's not working. It's like my body's fighting against me. And how do you work with that? How do you find a way through that? How do you get up every day and, you know, walk the dog and take my child to school and pick my child up and clean the house and cook food and do all of that kind of stuff, and find the time to do things like streaming for myself, which I really want to do, when I can barely get up some days, when I can barely walk? It's so annoying. And everybody goes, well, when you get fatigue sometimes, everybody has days where they feel tired. And it's like, no, there's a difference between tired and what I have. It says nobody should be sleeping 16-hour days. Nobody. I have my belly beat. And if anybody has a tracker, this is a health tracker. It's a belly beat tracker. And the band I bought off Etsy. Because the band that came with this was a leather band and it didn't go around my wrist properly and it snapped. But this thing tells me what I'm drinking, what I'm, you know what I mean? Every 2 hours it tells me I need a drink. It tracks when I'm sleeping. It tracks what steps I'm doing. It tracks all of that stuff, and my menstrual cycle, even, everything. And there's no consistency in the pattern of what I'm doing, if you get what I mean. There's like, sometimes it's like, oh, I'm hormonal because it's the wrong time of the month or something. You go, right, okay, well, I'm hormonal, that's going to cause me some tiredness and fatigue. No, it's just all over the place. And some nights I'm absolutely exhausted, going to bed, dropping to sleep, and then sleeping all night and all day. That's not right. And then other nights I'm not sleeping at all. And then other nights I'm sleeping. And it's like all over the place at the moment. And I'm just trying to. But as I said, the past about 2 weeks now, it's been constant sleeping. It's been constant. I can't get up. I physically cannot get up. And, when I do get up, I've got things to do. We have plans. I'm due my jab, my COVID jab. I'm over the moon. I'm finally having my COVID jab, but I'm having it on the 29th of March at 9:30 in the morning. And I've heard some people have been a bit tired after having it. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. For the love of Bob. Oh, somebody outside. No, it's not for me. For the love of all things holy, I really could do without having a bad reaction to that. I've heard some people who just had a sore arm and they've been fine. I've got friends who work in health, and I've got mum and dad both work in the health sector, and sisters, and you know what I mean, who work in the health sector, and daughter who's a biomedical scientist, jabbed. My grandmother jabbed and had no side effects at all. So I'm hoping, because they've had no side effects, but they could have a different jab to me, but I'm hoping because they've had no side effects, I'm going to be all right. I don't really care which one I get. I know some people are like, AstraZeneca, no, blood clots. I'm like, well, if I'm going to get blood clots, I'm going to get blood clots anyway. I already have so many other health issues. I'd rather just have the jab and just be done with it. But who knows? Who knows what's best to do? So yeah, I'm just kind of sitting here going, oh, what do I do with my life? I feel useless. I feel like a useless person. I feel like a non-human being. And I don't know how to make myself feel like a human again. I don't know. I've got my issue with my eye, which I was supposed to be seeing the consultant again in June, but because of COVID, that's been put off. I don't know when I'm going to see them again. I assume I haven't pestered them. I haven't bothered because I'm aware of the situation at the moment. I know they're not deliberately ignoring me, if you know what I mean. She did ask if I wanted it straightening once they've fixed the issue, because I've got what happened was I've got like a bulging cyst underneath it that caused the retina to have some issues, but also I've got the outer rim of the iris is it's got like holes in it. I don't know what it's called, but it's like degrading, if you know what I mean. So it's like pulling a butterfly's wings, if you know what I mean. It's got like little bits in it that are just coming away. So this all needs fixing, and I'm going to have lasers and stuff on it. But she said to me, do you want it straightening? And I was like, no, because I won't let the NHS pay for that. There's so many things that the NHS are wonderful about and amazing, and you know what I mean. I'm so happy that in the UK we have that service, but I am not going to let them pay for my eye surgery because I can have it done privately for a couple of £1,000. I'd rather save up and have it done privately. So my aim is to save up and have this done eventually, to have it straightened again. She was a bit shocked because she was like, but you can have it done on the NHS. And I was like, yeah, but it costs you a lot more than me having it done privately. And that is true. For me to have it done privately, I can have it done between £1,500 and £2,000. For them to do it, because they have to outsource and they have to do other things, it costs them about £4,000 to do my eye surgery. And as far as I'm concerned, it's cosmetic. The NHS should not be doing that. If I was a child who didn't have thick skin and, had issues with my self-esteem, yeah, do it. Do you know what I mean? Do it 100%. If I'm a person, even if I'm an adult who has issues with my self-esteem, do it. I'm too thick-skinned to give a crap. I'm like, it's an eye. It's wonky. My nose is wonky. My teeth are wonky. What do you want me to do? I'm never going to be fucking Cindy Crawford. Get over it. Um, I'm have a healthy kind of sense of who I am, and I'm old enough now that I don't give a shit anymore. And says if I want it done, I'll save up for it. It's the same with the teeth. I want the teeth straightening eventually, and I keep looking into these smile clubs and all this kind of stuff. I'll get it done eventually. I should have had it done when I was a kid. But again, we were told there's actually no reason to have it done. And the same with the nose. The nose was broken years ago, and I was told, oh, we can get it done. And I was just like, it's actually a part of who I am now. The fact that I've got this weird kind of crookedy nose, and the fact that I've got this weird eye, and the fact that I've got this crooked teeth and hairy chin. And it's actually part of who I am. And I find it almost offensive that anybody thinks I should get rid of that, if that makes sense. It's like, it's who I am now. I'm in a happy, loving relationship. I have my own house. I'm happy. I have my dog. I have my cat. I have my son. I have my daughter. You know what I mean? I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? I have my life. We're okay, thanks. If I have a million other things that bother me more. Like, I want to put solar panels on the roof more than I want to get this eye fixed. I want to take my son to Disneyland more than I want to get his eye fixed. In fact, he wants to go to Thomasland for 2 years now. We've been trying to get him to Thomasland for his birthday. May last year, we were in lockdown. May this year, we're in lockdown. So he's going to get too old before we can finally take him. So now I'm saving for Disney again. We were saving for Disney, and I spent it on the kitchen because we needed that funds for the kitchen. And I went, okay, I'll take some of that funds for the kitchen, and I'll move it over, and I'll start saving for Disney again. So our aim is now, next couple of years, 2-3 years from now, we're going to take him to Disney World in Florida. So that's the big save for me at the moment. But I'm not working at the moment, so it's Leo that's doing most of the saving, to be honest with you. But yeah, I probably do with finding a job, but the problem is I can't work. How do you work when you can't get out of bed to even stream? It's like a constant circle of issue. My family's constantly saying to me, you need to get a little job somewhere, and I'm like, I can't actually physically do it. I'm not well enough. And they don't understand that. They're like, what do you mean you're not well enough? And it's like, I'm actually not well enough. I am not. I think people think you're just lazy rather than disabled. And it's like, look, I've got mental health problems. I have autism. I also have mild borderline personality disorder, or emotionally unstable personality disorder from childhood traumas. I have anxiety and depressions. Most of my anxieties are based around my autism. I have sensory issues, and I don't like being out in public and things like that. Then I have my physical health issues. I have 3. Because I have a genetic chromosome extra on my 13.1 to 13.2, I have an extra chromosome that's caused me thyroid issues, fibromyalgia, EDS, POTS, which is like a rapid heartbeat even at resting, all sorts of frigging weird issues that I've got going off because of this 13.1, 13.2 genetic chromosome thing. And they think my autism's linked to that. And my mental health is linked to that. But, I've done studies. I've been doing something called the ECHO study in Cardiff. I took part in that, and they did a lot of tests and stuff to see if there was a link and correlation, but I don't know if I get results. I think they're doing it as students, and I volunteered to do it anyway. So they are kind of looking now, is there this link between certain genetic pointers and certain health conditions, but my EDS is definitely genetic. My POTS is definitely genetic. My fibromyalgia is definitely genetic. My POTS doesn't really affect me at all. It just means I got a fast heartbeat and, whatever. My fibro's awful. My EDS is awful. When it goes, it goes. And I've only got it moderately compared to some people who have severe EDS. Anybody who has severe EDS, who watches me, who has severe EDS, I give you mwah, because you're amazing if you're surviving that. Because I only have it moderately, and things dislocate and things hurt. I can lie in bed at night and all of a sudden my ankle will just like tear, and it's like, oh right, I can't get up because my ankle's screaming in pain, going, right, my ankle's gone. And I've torn a ligament or something, and it's like, for fuck's sake. And it's so frustrating. It really is so frustrating. I'm lucky because Leo is the main breadwinner in this house and he supports me very, very well. And it's his birthday soon, so I'm going to try and see if we can get some support up to do, so he can do a birthday stream, or around his birthday do a stream, and we can get some support for him. So watch out for that. I'm going to be kind of trying to ramp up Leo getting some support for his birthday because I think he deserves it. I've just realised I've got jacket potatoes on the new one. I'm just going to go turn them off before we end up in trouble. I'll take you with me, but don't want to burn the house down. Burning down the house. But yeah. Anyway, so let me go and turn these off because they should be done by now. Wonderful new kitchen, everybody. I have a kitchen. Right, so let's turn that off. There you go. Oven is off. Oh, yeah, they look done to me. Jacket potatoes. I'm having jacket potatoes and salad and tuna tonight. And they can have cheese because they like cheese, but I might have a sprinkle, but I'm only allowed 30 grams and I'm not that bothered. I'm not a big cheese person. But I've counted for it anyway. I've got enough points. Well, it wouldn't be points, it would be my healthy extra A choice if I had cheese. As I don't have milk or anything like that on anything, because I don't drink tea or coffee except for peppermint tea, I've still got that available to me, so I could have a bit of cheese. But I really not that bothered. We'll see how we feel later. See, trying really hard. I'm at a loss as to what to do with myself. You know, you just feel a bit like, and I know this is vlogging really rather than, you know, actually streaming and chatting, but I'll move it onto my YouTube channel and, you know, set up a Sue complaint page. Sue moans again. Zan is your local neighbourhood moaner, and I am. But I just feel so rubbish about not having that ability to do the things I want to do, not having the ability to take part in the world the way I want to take part in. I mean, part of the streaming thing for me was I can get lost in games quite easily. I can spend days playing The Sims or Tropico or something like that quite easily. And it'd be nice to have that kind of social interaction. And that was part of the idea for me, was to do the social interaction and to do things that would kind of make me participate in the world without actually having to be in the world. Who knows? Who knows if this is a possibility or if this is just something that is a pipe dream because I can't do it. I seem to be better at doing this, at just chatting to a camera and talking and vlogging, basically. I'm not sure Twitch is the place for that. Do you know what I mean? I think Twitch is not the right place to be vlogging. I think if you're going to vlog, you do vlogs on Facebook and YouTube. You know what I mean? You put that, you know what I mean? You go live on Facebook or you go live on YouTube or something. You know, you go and put it on YouTube. Twitch is for the gaming and people doing things like music and things. And they're things I want to do. I'm just like, can you fight my own body, please? I think I'm going to try and game tomorrow. I'm going to try and game Friday. But the aim is, if I can't get on tomorrow, it'll be Friday. it should be Friday, but I'm going to try tomorrow as well, even if it's just for an hour. And I'm going to try and get some consistency going up, and I'm going to try and sort myself out. I just feel so bad. I just feel so bad. I feel like the worst human being ever. You know, as I say, I'm dreading the jab because of the jab. Well, I'm dreading and looking forward to the jab because I'm looking forward to it in the sense of once I've had that second jab and it's been a few weeks after, I know I could possibly, once they lift the ban, go and see my own mother. For the love of God, I haven't seen her since like February last year. And I miss her, you know what I mean? So once they lift the travelling ban and I've had my jab, I can go and see my mum. Do you know what I mean? Because I know she's had her jabs, and I can go and see my dad and my stepmom. We can go and do things once they lift that travel ban. And that's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm looking forward to, is that ability to be able to say to my mum, I'm coming over to you because I've had my jabs now. You know, that's what I want. But I'm also not looking forward to it because, as I've heard, some people get tired afterwards or feel a bit rough afterwards. And I'm like, oh gosh. Oh. Any advice, anybody? If anybody's got any advice on how the hell to cope with that, I'm assuming I can take some like paracetamol or something if I start to feel crappy. I'm on pregabalin anyway, so that should help. But I'm like, please don't knock me for 6, because I have enough problems as it is right now. And I'm going to have to go back to the GP as it is right now. But how do you... This is the other problem. I find myself in a position where if I could do like a face-to-face with my GP, you know, like a voice call, because at the moment what we have to do is type in to a website what's wrong and the GP gets back to you. And that's fine, but I feel like it'd be easier for me to video record it and send it to my GP and go, this is what's wrong, and let my GP answer me back, because I feel like I can't explain it when I'm typing it down, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm missing things and I'm not explaining myself properly. And I think they can't really do face-to-face at the moment unless it's a proper emergency, and that's fine. I agree with that. It's 100%. I'm not going to go into my GP's unless I really need to right now. And this year I've been to my GP less than I ever have because I don't want to bother them while this is going off. But I'm at the stage where it's like I can't function. That's not normal. We need to sort that out. And I don't know how to communicate that with them. How do you explain while writing down on, you get like so many words in a little, I mean, it's no bigger than the Stream Elemental thing there that says I've gone live. It's like a little piece of text that you're allowed to say, this is what's happening. And that's it. You know what I mean? I feel like that is not a very good way to express the GP. And I says I don't want to take an appointment from somebody who desperately actually needs to go in. Not until I've had my jabs. Once I've had my jabs, I feel less... Once I've had both jabs, and it's been a few weeks after both my jabs, I will feel a little less grieved about ringing them up and going, I need to come and see somebody. Because then I can say, well, I'll wear a mask anyway, but I've had my jabs. So, you know, I feel like that would be a little bit better. But for now, it's a bit like, so what do I do then? How do I do this? How do I explain to them that this is chronic at the moment? I mean, yeah, okay, I've got 3 chronic illnesses, so yeah, I will be chronically ill, but it's just not tiredness, this is exhaustion, and this is complete burnout. And it's not an autism burnout, it's a physical burnout. Because that's even worse. I had an autism burnout just after Christmas. I think it was when they said the children are not going back to school, and he'd been off because they closed middle of December, the school, and it was like, wow, get through Christmas, and then I'll go back to school and everything, we're fine. And then they said he's not going back to school, and I was like, oh God. And I had a complete autism breakdown and burnout, and I was done. I was physically and mentally just done. Not that I don't love my son, but I'm not very good with him at home when he's at home all day. At weekends I have Leo with me, but during the week when it was just me looking after him, I'm exhausted. I hurt. He's very bouncy. He's a 4-year-old. He bounces all over me. He doesn't mean to hurt me, but he does. He can sometimes sit on my knee, and the bounce that he does, he's so heavy now. You know what I mean? It hurts like hell. And you can't explain that to him. He's 4. You can't explain that to the people. I've tried explaining that to adults before, that he hurts me. I physically sometimes can't pick him up. And even sometimes when I do pick him up, it hurts. I'm not showing the struggle because I'm trying not to. I probably should. I should be like, oh, but it's, I don't want to disturb him. But I just have to go, ow, you're hurting me. You know what I mean? Ow, And it's difficult. It's really hard to explain to a 4-year-old. Plus, then I have to make him do his schoolwork if he's off school. And he is as stubborn as fuck. He is so stubborn. For a fucking Gemini, he's so fucking stubborn. Seriously, stubborn as fuck. You'd think he was a Taurus the way he behaves. To be fair, he has got a cusp of Taurus. He's got a little bit of Taurian trait. He's so fucking stubborn. So stubborn. My dad's on the cusp as well. My dad's the 21st, he's the 22nd. So it's like, they're both on this cusp between Taurus and Gemini. Well, my dad's very much more Taurus. He's very much more Gemini. He's very talkative. He's got this kind of real personality, and he's very personality, and he reminds me of my grad, who's also a Gemini. But then he's got this stubbornness, and he will not do something if he doesn't want to do it. And trying to get consistency in him doing anything. And it got to the stage where we were like, look, the school is sending us 3 things a day for him to do, and he's not doing any of them. As long as he does some maths and some reading, because he will quite happily do maths, and he'll quite happily read a book. I don't care. But that's not what the school wanted him to do. So it was making me anxious. And by the time I finished, I just burnt out. I completely burnt out. But that was an autism burnout and a mental health burnout, because I knew I wasn't coping. And I knew I couldn't cope with him not going back to school. When he went back to school about 5 weeks ago, I was cheering. Do you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, he's gone back to school. And he settled back into his routine, and now it's going to be Easter. So I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And Easter, Leo's going to be working, and I'm going to be here with him by myself. And if they think I'm doing schoolwork for the Easter holidays, he might do some reading, he might do some maths. But he could, as far as I'm concerned, he can do what he wants, because it's easier for me. And that sounds awful, and that he's getting away with murder, and he is, but it's easier for me. I cannot cope with it all day by myself if he's not occupied. But he wants to do what he wants to do. He wants to play trains, he wants to play Legos, he wants to do those kind of things. He doesn't want to, do schoolwork or do something with mum. He's not interested. Forget you, mum. So yeah, that was really difficult. And as we had the kitchen done, that caused a lot of inconsistencies going off. We lost one of the cats. It's just been like this mass box of chaos and this bag of crazy. And I've come out of it into a place where I should be settling down, and I'm physically dying now. Mentally, fine. Physically, tired, exhausted, hurting daily. Absolutely. My back and my neck cramping daily. My legs cramping up daily. Absolute pain in my fingers and my feet at the moment every time I'm doing anything. But I'm doing it. I'm getting on, but I'm not getting up, and I'm not getting things I want to do for me done. I'm getting the things that I need to get done. I'm feeding people. I'm walking the dog. I'm cleaning the house. I'm doing the things that I'm, and even then I'm not cleaning the house properly. It's like I'm doing a hoover or something. I'm not, what I mean, able to do loads, because I have to wait until my energy's fine. And then when my energy's fine, I literally, like a bomb, go through everything, and like a whirlwind. It's like, boom, 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 get it all done. Because I know then I could have another couple of weeks without getting anything done. And that is exhausting. We have a gardener now to take the pain off the garden. We could do with a cleaner in here. To do some cleaning, but then people think we're like being snobbish. It's like, oh, you get a gardener, and it's like, I've got a gardener because I'm in agony and I can't do it, and my husband's working, and when he's not working, it's late at night and he's streaming, and that's it. That's our life. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of a bit pathetic. I mean, I know some of it is also we can't go out or do things or have people over or anything at the moment, which would be awesome, but we can't because of the situation that the world's in. But our life consists of like this staticness, and part of me moving forward was I was going to stream because I enjoy the gaming and I enjoy the social interaction, and it's a way of me being social without actually having to be out in the world, which scares the shit out of me anyway, even without the pandemic. The pandemic's actually done me a lot of favours because it's made me actually quite mentally stable, because except for the Dylan being off school, it's actually made me less fearful of having to go out because I don't have to. That's one thing it has done for me. The pandemic's been brilliant because it's made everybody in the same boat that I am. Let's not go out. So that's been quite good for me. But having Dylan at home and the school not open has been torturous. The whole time has been torturous. And not being able to do the things I want to do and the things I enjoy in life, and not being able to stream, and not being able to motivate myself and get my body moving and feel less painful in my joints and in my legs and in my hands and in my, you know what I mean? And having the ability just to want to do things and my body allow it to happen is my real battle at the moment. And I joked on the last stream, oh, well, I'll be on Monday as long as I'm not ill. And then I can't get out of bed. And I'm like, oh, this is not fun. This is not something I would wish on anybody. I am chronically ill and I have to accept that. But at the same time, it's like, I need something in my life. And I'm not having anything at the moment except for this. And I'd be better off blogging doing this and just putting it on YouTube than I would doing what I'm doing now. But this is the only thing I know how to do at the moment. So I'm kind of fighting this battle because I need to go and learn, and I can't because I haven't got the fucking time, because I'm looking after a child, or I'm looking after a house, or I'm in bed ill. The world is shit for me at the moment, and it's my own body that's killing me. And people say things like, oh, go and do some exercise. Exercise is good for you. I walk the dog every day, and I walk the dog, and he's exhausted, bless him. And I walk the dog for at least an hour every day, at least. And then I can't walk afterwards. My feet hurt, my legs hurt. I'm sitting on the sofa now because everything hurts. Which is the other reason we thought Twitch streaming would be good for me, because it gives me the option of, well, it doesn't matter, you can sit down and talk to people. And not being able to do it has just been, I'm so rubbish. I really am. I'm really down on myself at the moment with this one. And I'm not, it's because I'm angry at my body. I'm angry at myself. I'm like, I'm angry that I'm this ill. I'm angry that I can't get that consistency in my life. And I know I shouldn't be, but I am. I'm really pissed off with myself. Because, I feel like I've wasted a life. I had every opportunities in the past, and I didn't have the knowledge or the power to do anything about some of the things that I could have. And now I'm in a position where I have all this time, and I have nothing but time to catch up and do the things that I want to do in life. And I can't do them because I'm ill. So my goal is at least once this week I'm going to do, probably Friday, but I'm going to try tomorrow as well. I'm going to try and see if I can get 2. I'm going to do at least an hour to 2 hours of streaming again. That's my goal. Wish me luck. Let's hope I get there. Let's hope I can do it. Because right now, it feels like a battle. But I'm going to win this battle. If it's the last thing I do, I'm going to win this battle in my body. I'm going to make it work for me. Somehow. So, and I'm willing to take suggestions. If people have got suggestions that aren't just eat healthily, you fat cow, because I'm trying, I'm doing it, I'm on the Slimming World, I'm doing my best. Do some more exercise. Well, yeah, but the problem is it hurts like hell. And the one exercise that I was really good at, that I could actually possibly do, that was dead easy, was swimming, because it didn't hurt my joints as much. And they're all fucking closed at the moment because we're in lockdown. So that one's screwed. I'm just like, help, somebody come. Somebody come, knock on my door, go, come here, woman, let me fix you. That's what I need. But I am trying my hardest. I am trying my best myself. I'm doing everything I can. I'm taking my medications. I'm doing everything. Here comes the Eno. Here comes the Eno. You finished your meetings?
Oh, you won't even want to know.
I know, I can imagine. I was going to get you to help me stream this afternoon, and then you were in a meeting for so long. I was like, it got to 2 o'clock, and I was like, right, I'll just go on my phone then. But I'm saying my goal this week is at least once this week I'm going to do a 2-hour gaming session.
Yeah.
At least once. So, anyway, as he's down now and it's 3 o'clock and I've done like 40 minutes of this vlogging, I'm going to say goodbye. Get Leo to move this over to YouTube as well. And I think we're going to have a chat about what's best way for me to work and how to then learn how to use the YouTube so I can vlog on YouTube and stream on stream. Anyway, thank you for anybody who's listened. Mwah.